was scared of dentists in the dark. I was scared of fakers and starting conversations. All my friends are turning green. You're the magicians assisting in their dreams.
Good evening, everyone. The annual meeting will be starting momentarily. If everyone would please take their seats.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Alta One Federal Credit Union 2022 annual meeting. Please welcome to the stage the chairman of our board of directors, Norman Alexander.
Well, good evening to everyone, and welcome to our annual meeting. I'll let you guys get settled real quick. We got folks online, so we're trying to keep them so they aren't waiting. But just real quick, again, I want to thank you for coming out this evening. We're going to try to keep it down to about a half hour, and then afterwards we have the fundraiser for the school, those that are going to participate there. So first off, I want to do a little bit of housekeeping, and so real quick. So to let you guys know, this is not a nervous twitch. This is to signal change the slide, okay? So if you see me doing like this, or I might go back, we'll see. Okay, so if you have any questions or anything like that, there were some forms that you could have picked up on the inside and when you're coming in and filled out those questions. If you're online, there's a Zoom Q&A that you can do that too. We want to try to get all of the questions submitted by 6:10, okay? And just a few things on the questions. So we have this hybrid format, so we'll get questions in from both sides. In the new, we are not going to answer any personal questions. Information can be discussed in this format. And similar new business items, you know, if someone's asked the same questions, similar type questions, we'll go ahead and put those together. Anything submitted a little bit late, we can't necessarily make sure we can get to that or not. Alrighty? Alrighty. So let's go to the next. So the annual report is available at the front desk. It will later be online. I don't know if the QR code is up yet or not, but our annual report for 2022, we have some at the front desk, and also there's an impact report. Last year's meeting minutes are also available at the front desk, and you should have gotten those when you came in. All right, so officially I'd like to call the meeting to order at 6:03 p.m. And we do have a quorum. So let's go ahead and go to the next slide, please. We're going to go ahead and do the Pledge of Allegiance. And Don, could you lead us in that? Ready? Pledge allegiance to the flag, United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, under God, indivisible, liberty, and justice for all. Thank you. So I just want to let you know the volunteers that have been working this past year. This is a list of our board of directors that have been doing a lot of work working with the staff and management, doing a great job. We've done a lot of activities this year and a lot of training, and we'll continue to do that. Our supervisory committee, headed up by Jay Chung. This is a group that keeps us in line. They call them the watchdogs of the credit union, in charge of all of our internal audits and things of that nature. And next we have, I'm not going to go over all the names, but any of our employees, we have about 13 employees that have over 20 years with the credit union and doing some tremendous jobs. I mean, we have 41 years, 39 years, quite a few folks. So let's give them a round of applause. All right, next slide. All right, so last year's annual meeting minutes are at the front desk, and again, they will be available online later on. I would like to get a motion to dispense with the reading of those minutes, if I can get, okay, can I get a second? All righty, thank you. Now we would like to have, now that we've done with the dispensing of the reading of the motion, I need a motion to accept and approve the minutes from 2021. Well, all right, have a second? All righty. So now we need to vote. So those that are online, please vote by, there's a spot right there on your front screen where you can vote. And those that are here, signify if you approve by saying aye. Aye. Any nays? Any abstentions? All right. Are we good online? Okay, thank you. All right. Next, we have my report. And, you know, last year, first of all, let me say, our team, Stephanie has not been here for 2 years yet, not even 2 years. It's put together a very strong team. And last year, I talked about, you know, there's a lot of change with the COVID. We're still coming out of that. There are a lot of things going on. This year, we've really been able to hit the ground running, executing on quite a few things. And what I would like to do is talk about a few of those. First off is the co-op network. This is a network that we have joined, your credit union, which gives any member access from an ATM free of charge using ATMs, and there's over 30,000 ATMs one can use across the country. So if you're in Washington, D.C., if you're in Rhode Island, all over the country, even down in L.A., you can go to these ATMs and it doesn't cost you that surcharge that gets passed on. Then also we have shared branches, and there's about 5,600 of those. So that's literally, you can go into these branches, let's say you're in D.C., there's one in D.C., and go in there and conduct business just like you were here, and it all gets put in. So that's a pretty nice feature. You know, that ATM in the branches, that makes us even larger than some of the largest banks. So that's one of the interesting things we did. Again, last year we talked about.
Do the ATMs literally say co-op ATM?
Yes. And there's a website you can go to, and if you're traveling to a certain city, you go search co-op, and you can say credit unions, and it'll come up, and you can say find an ATM. You can do that on your phone. They have an app, or you can find shared branches. So that's how that works. Okay. The next thing we had just started with, hadn't finished them, 2 new branches. With the acquisition of Mission, that became Ridgecrest North, and that is open and working. You've probably seen a lot of work that we've done over there, getting the driveway redone, painting. There's a lot of work that was done on the inside. But again, welcoming that strong team over. And then into Tehachapi, same thing. We opened up a branch there, and that opened up, and that's on Tucker Road. That was the other big thing. One of the other items, and again, there's a whole list of things that we've done that's in the annual report, but is we became a certified community a community development financial institution, CDIF. Now, you can only get this designation by the Treasury Department. There's only about 480 credit unions that have that designation throughout this country. And the main purpose of that is to work with other nonprofits, other institutions to help serve financial deserts and low-income folks. So we get grants and things like that. And again, we are the only ones in Kern County that have this designation. And so that's a very, very big thing that we're working. A lot of the team and staff are putting some grants together, and it will really pay out. And it's just not Bakersfield. We have some of that designation right here in Ridgecrest. So we'll be able to do some of that here. Okay, so those are the three ones that I just want to highlight and keep it kind of short. One thing I'll just point out, one of the things that we've implemented is this thing called an individual tax ID number. So ITIN, people hear that phrase. And it's basically for folks that may not have a Social Security number but are working and paying taxes, but they want to buy a house and get a car. Well, we just started that, and we have closed 3 loans, and I was talking to one of the branch managers earlier today, and they've got 5 more in the queue. So that's really picking up, and they're going to have a big event this week, next week, sometime soon, with all the realtors, particularly over in Bakersfield. So that's going on. All right, my last comment. This is a thank you for Jay Chung. So Jay, let me first give you a clap right now. Jay has been a volunteer for the credit union. He's been on the chamber and a lot of things. He's been an anchor for our volunteer team. He has served as supervisory chair. He also, amazingly enough, he served on the supervisory committee and also on the board at the same time. He helped us through some really tough times, leading the teams, and he is moving on from doing the credit union volunteer work, doing a lot of traveling now, taking care of a few things. I tried to get him to come back, stay around, but he's like, no, but we'll keep bugging him every now and then. But again, Jay, I just want to say thank you for all the work that you've done for the credit union and our members, and really getting the supervisory committee going this year and kicking off well. So again, thank you very much. So again, just real quick, I want to thank you all for again coming out and still being members and participating. I'm very excited about the credit union and all the work that's going on. We've got an amazing management team and staff doing a lot of work, spend a lot of time doing a lot of extra stuff. So our numbers look great. When financially we're strong. We have over 55,000 members now. Last year we added about 1,800 new ones. $619 million in new loans. That was up from like in the 2s, 3s. $711 million in member shares, and our asset size is $791 million. All those are going up and continue to go up, and that's a testament to the strong team that, again, Stephanie and her staff has put together. So again, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of the evening. So next up, we will have some of the reports. These were done with on video, and we will go ahead and run those.
Good evening. My name is Elaine Jansen. As the current board treasurer, I'm pleased to report that Alta One continues to remain firmly committed to the safe and prudent financial management of our members' assets. We ended the year with positive net income of just over $4.4 million, which was a significant improvement over 2021, which was also positive at $1.38 million. With the increase in net income, this now brings our total member equity up to over $69.3 million. Even with low-rate environment, the primary way that Alta One earned income in 2022 was by lending to our members. An overwhelming 64% of our earnings were the result of our members repaying their loans. Last year, we granted 6,867 loans to our members, totaling over $368 million. The remaining 36% of our income was derived from other activities, which included investments and fee income. Alta One is a member-centric, not-for-profit financial cooperative. And as such, we spent 51% of our earnings on giving back. Because the credit union does not work without our talented and dedicated staff, 46% of our earnings was given back to them. We gave an additional 5% of our earnings to our members and the communities we serve to support activities such as financial education, community events, and donations, and we also participated in over 1,808 volunteer hours of community service. As in 2021, savings and checking balances continued to increase in 2022 to over $711 million. The increased deposits also created an increase in our overall asset size. We ended 2022 with over $791 million in total assets, which is an increase of over $51 million from the prior year. Overall, Alta One is financially strong and is considered by the NCUA to be well capitalized. A further summary of the financials for 2022 is in the annual report, and if you'd like to watch our financial progress throughout the year, you're encouraged to visit your nearest local branch and review the monthly financials, which are posted each month in the lobby. It's been a pleasure and an honor to serve as the treasurer for the Board of Directors, and I thank you for your membership.
Good evening. I'm Jay Chun, Supervisory Committee's chairperson. Myself, along with Kelly Youngstrom, Kathy Killinger, Chris Hopper, and Dr. Ed Katieb, make up Alta One's Supervisory Committee. The Supervisory Committee is responsible to ensure Board of Directors policies and management procedures safeguard members' assets, and also to ensure that financial reporting is consistent with the generally accepted accounting principles. The Supervisory Committee has engaged with several auditing firms to conduct internal audits across various department functions of the credit union. The final audit reports highlight continued compliance with Board of Director policies and sustained adherence to management procedures. We've engaged with an independent CPA firm to conduct our external audit of the credit union's financial statement, ending December 31st, 2022. In the opinion of the CPA, the financial statement fairly represents Alta One's financials, and its financial operations is consistent with the generally accepted accounting principles. Overall, the membership's assets are safe and strong. In that, it's a tribute to the commitments of the Board of Directors, Alta One's executive team, and its management team and staff, and the Supervisory Committee. Thank you, and thank you, Alta One members, for trusting Alta One to service your financial needs.
Hello, my name is Shirley Kennedy, and I have the privilege of serving as this year's chair of the Nominating Committee, along with fellow board members Kelly Vorpal and Timothy Jacobs. The Nominating Committee's duty is to nominate individuals for each vacant seat on the board. This year, we have 3 vacant seats that are for 3-year terms. In accordance with the requirements of Alta One Federal Credit Union's bylaws, the Nominating Committee has reviewed and vetted the applications by persons interested in election to the Board of Directors at Alta One. After thorough review, we nominate the following candidates to fill the 3-year terms: Norman Alexander, Don Cortachado, and John Little. The Nominating Committee is honored to present these qualified candidates to the membership. From all of us on the committee, it was a privilege to serve. This concludes the report from the Nominating Committee. Thank you.
All right, thank you for those reports. So as far as nominations, since there were no additional nominations, the slate of candidates presented by the nominating committee will stand, and all candidates will be elected by acclamation. Let's welcome the newly elected members and thank them for their service. Next up, so just a real quick note. So they had that introduction, like I was on the come on down from Price is Right type of thing right at the beginning. Well, Stephanie's CEO had one too, but she says, oh, no, don't do that. So I have to do it verbally. So while you're on your way up, Stephanie, to give you a report. So Stephanie, again, as I said, has been here for less than 2 years, has done a lot of good work with our financials getting stronger, building a strong team. Again, getting the CDFI is a very big thing for us. And she was also recognized as one of the most powerful women in credit union business by the Bankers America group. And she, again, has done tremendous work. Her family's helped out a lot. She puts in long hours along with a lot of her team. So again, I just want to introduce her and have her report.
Thank you. Thank all y'all for coming out. I'm shorter, I have to move it down. All right, so Norman told you earlier about how we were given the award by the Treasury Department for being a Community Development Financial Institution, so CDFI, and how we are the only one in Kern County, and it's really an honor to have received that. And the number one reason why Alta One was able to receive that designation by the Treasury is because of the work that we have done improving our commitment to the communities that we serve and to the members that we serve. And I think it really comes down to our mission. And so I wanted to go ahead and let you know what our mission is, because I think that we should always lead with that. And it's actually on the front cover of our annual report, so if you want to see that. But our mission is to improve the inequalities that exists in income, wealth, and access to financial solutions. So I'm going to say it again because I really want you to understand what I'm saying. All right? It is to improve the inequalities that exist in the three things: in income, in wealth, and that access to that financial solutions. And that is really what Alta One is about, and that is why the Treasury was able to recognize us and give us the designation of being a community development financial institution. And so I think that we should not just say this is our mission and then say, oh, well, the Treasury recognized it, but I think it's important that we talk about what we did to really live that mission. And so I want to let you know some of the things that we did last year in 2022. So last year, we offered 15 hours of live online financial literacy workshops. We taught over 300 members in-person workshops across our 9 different locations. And then we presented 17,200 financial education modules to over 1,000 members. So we think that's really awesome, and we're really excited to be that financial resource for our members. But it's not just about what we did last year, it's also about what we're going to do this year for 2023. So I want to let you know some of the things that we're going to be doing this year. We have partnered with Google to offer Google certificates, workforce development training certificates in IT-related fields, so that our members can go out and advance their education, maybe apply for another job in an IT-related industry. We're going to be offering these certificates for free. We're going to have a scholarship program where we will actually help our members receive these designations and certificates to help them grow for their future. So if you're interested in a certificate, if you'd like a scholarship for one, then just keep up with us later this year. As we roll those out, we'll announce them on Facebook when the applications are ready, and then it'll be on our website. We're also going to continue to do all of our workshops and educational presentations throughout our 9 different cities. We think it's really important. If you're interested, we're always looking for topics that are relevant for you. So please continue to reach out to me on our Contact Us page. You can contact the CEO and email me directly if you have an idea of a topic that you would like us to present on in your area. We're going to continue to offer relevant information through our Zogo financial app, which you can download through either the iOS or Android app stores. And there you'll see modules on all sorts of different financial literacy topics, from your taxes to basic budgeting and everything that can help you along the way. And finally, what we'll be rolling out this year, which is new, is a financial education podcast. So I hope that you're excited about that. Again, if you have ideas about tax questions, I know it's tax time, or any of that, just let us know. We'll be making sure to get speakers that are relevant for you so they can answer your questions live. So in general, it's about providing those resources for you. We're always going to focus on that. We are a not-for-profit financial institution. You are our members, but more importantly, you're our owners. So it's very important for us to make sure that you have all the financial resources that you need to help make your lives better. And so I want to say that while we are focused on serving all of our members, we're also very, very focused on helping all of our communities. And so that's why this year we are going to be rolling out our Alta One Foundation. So we are a 501c1. We are bringing forward a 501c3 to help us better have a greater impact in all the communities that we serve. So last year we were able to give out over $80,000 to our local communities across 120 different charities and nonprofit groups. And we think that that is great, but we think that we can always do more. And we always want to try to do more. So that is where our Alta One Foundation is going to come in. So if you're interested in learning about any of the other statistics that we did for last year, I encourage you to go and check out our annual report. And starting on page 8, you'll see that we actually created an impact report for last year. And it lets you know about all the wonderful things that we did in all of our various communities. And I hope you're proud, because that's your credit union giving back to all of you and all of our members. But it's not just about me and Norman coming up here and talking to you all. I really want to make sure that, yes, I get to come up here and talk, but it's really, I feel like my duty to say thank you to all the people that made all of the things possible. So we actually have our board of directors, which you heard about, and our supervisory committee and our other committee members, and that's fantastic. But I don't know that you actually know these are unpaid volunteers. They give their time and talent all for their love of the credit union, for you, for all of us, to help make it a better organization for all of us. And so I really always want to say thank you to all of our committee members, all of our board members, for all of the time that they give to help us and lead us and guide us and really be the beacon of light on that vision, on where we should be for all of each other, right? Because the board is elected by you all. You members are the ones that have elected them to put them in these positions. So I want to thank them all for everything that they've done. They're kind of the unsung heroes. I don't know that people know that they're unpaid, and they're volunteering to do all of this work, and it is a lot of work. So I want to thank them. But I also want to okay, come on, let's clap. Let's do that. They deserve that. But I really want you to know that, yes, I'm up here doing the talking, but I am not the one that did all the things. Last year, we were able to make over $87 million worth of financial impact for our communities. I mean, think about that. $87 million worth of financial impact in all of our communities, and that is a massive amount to give back to communities. And it was done 100% by 184 people. 184 employees were able to serve last year over 55,000 members. 184 employees, over 55,000 members nationwide. Do you know that we have members in all 50 states? This is why, of course, we're presenting it in this format, both locally and then remotely, because we have them everywhere. And 184 people, that is amazing. They were the ones that did everything, from coming into the office and talking to you face-to-face, to fielding your phone calls, to the back office support that really made it possible. None of Alta One would be here. Nothing would be here if it weren't for all of the 184, and just 184 fantastic people who are essential and amazing. And like, I am really, truly honored to work with such amazing and talented people. So yes, I get to get up here and do the talking, but in reality, it is so many more people behind the scenes that actually are the ones that really and truly made it happen. So those are the ones that I want to thank. And so can you all please clap and shout out for all the people that made it possible. They're amazing. And so this concludes my CEO report. Mr. Chairman, I turn the meeting back over to you.
All right. I do not believe we have any old business. Was there any new business, any questions? Okay. Go ahead, try it now.
Okay, we do have one question presented by membership, and that is a question about late mail delivery and statements. Chris is going to answer that for us.
So statements are mailed out on the 5th of each month, and sometimes there are weather delays and things like that. And statements are actually available by the 3rd of each month for VAT statements. But I appreciate the question coming up because we will check with our statement provider.
That's my question.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very unhappy. The 5th is way too late. Mail them. You solved the problem when I complained about it at the meeting, last meeting I attended. Sorry, last meeting I attended. Instead of being postmarked, they actually come in a letter that's a pre-printed envelope. So I have no idea whether it's actually postmarked or mailed. I don't like getting it on the 12th of the month. I need it sooner. I'm the treasurer for the Boron Senior Center. Our account is reviewed, and I need it much sooner than that for my board meeting, which is on the second Thursday of the month. I didn't have it this month. And I won't have it. I didn't have it last month. So, I know, you're going to tell me to go online. I'm sorry, no. I do not go online to the Boron Senior Center. There's quite a few reasons I don't. I have to use my own account because we don't have Wi-Fi. We don't have it. I have an email account with them. I do it. There needs to be that way. Should I go into the branch at the 1st of the month and ask for my, is it ready the 1st of the month? Because it ends the last day of the month. Can I do, is that what I'm supposed to do? They're available on the 3rd. Both the credit card account and the regular account?
Credit card accounts are different.
That's the biggest one I have a problem with. I have to go online before the last day of the month to get all of mine. I can't go back to the month before. I have to do it before the end to get it. Because we have a limited amount for our credit card. So I have to find out what was charged.
We'll discuss it with the branch manager there at Boron. We can have them reach out to Kerr and discuss it and try to figure out where to work.
Yeah, so I need to know sooner. I need a printout. That's the problem. They don't have a printout. I have to go on the phone and write it down.
Yeah.
If I wait 1 hour too late, I don't get anything at all for the previous week. That's what the credit card is that you contract on. I like it when they do.
We'll have to our contact.
I know, I saw it.
Credit card statements come from Omaha, Nebraska. They take the post office 3 days just to get them here after Omaha gets them in the mail. And the other statements come from Washington State that take 3 days for them. I just got my credit card statement today.
Okay.
They come in various kinds of inconsistent. That's why I have a meeting. Communicating hard copies are very important.
I'm very appreciative that you came here as chair. I agree.
Yeah, Carol will be in contact. I know because I talked to her.
Okay.
But I didn't talk to her about this. I just asked if she was going to be in the meeting. That's all I asked.
That was the question of the day, so.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that question, and we'll get to you on that. All righty, is there nothing else? No other new business? Okay. Well, then that concludes officially our membership meeting, and that is at 6:34 p.m. Again, thank you for coming out. Thank you for your membership. Thank you for your feedback and questions to make us more efficient. Keep them coming. Stephanie did point out that she has that, you can log in on the website and go directly to her, and she's very responsive in that. So I will end it at this time, 6:34. Thank you very much for coming out.
Sorry, a little heavy there. Everybody, I just want to let you know, we're going to be starting the fundraiser about 6:30. We do need to have everybody exit because we do need to set up tables for the fundraiser. So if y'all can get up, and if you're staying for the fundraiser, please just stay out in the lobby area. Once we have everything cleaned up and ready to go, we'll let y'all right back in. It'll probably take us about 5, maybe 10 minutes at the most. And I really appreciate you all. Thank you.